Just because it's in print doesn't mean it's the gospel. People write negative things because they feel that's what sells. Good news to them doesn't sell.
How has it impacted you?
My
Touring, records?
album's number one all over the world. All over the world. America's the only one because, and I don't want to say too much.
But it's not number one in the United
It's
States.
conspiracy. I will never stop helping and loving people the way Jesus said to. He said, continue to love. Always love. Bring on the children. Imitate the children. Not childish, but childlike.
The return of the Blackmores with no fans. It's eerie like that documentary on Lisa Lopez. Pentagrams, pyramids, conspiracies with go-heads. Knock down the levees, knock down the projects. Start another project, build another object. A drive-through touchscreen document for me to digest. This horses without blinders on, driving by the obvious, riding by the obvious, flying by the obvious. Regardless who you vote for, if the mind don't grow and the poverty line don't go, but the dope keep coming and the TV keep flashing images of a sports car, then you bound for a coke war. The meat get clowned by the coke law. The sheep get drowned in the folklore. Then lulled to sleep by Tom Brokaw. What a pity. The hope on the politician's tongue never ever trickles down to the city. Yeah. So if a nigga put a president's mask on and run up in the bank with a max saying gimme, I ain't glad at him, but I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. Look, if anybody asks you who I be, say a painter with a felt pen who drew Ali. I'm like Cassius when I blast molasses out the ass of the masses. From Fulton Street Mall to Gratiot, I'm handing out free at last kits. Yo, Jay, where your staff at? Green said you threw it. Yeah, I outgrew it. Some blog said you blew it. Nigga, fuck your blog. Jigga Man said you can't knock the hustle, dog. I'm on the same launching pad that shot Russell Law. That's why I stay dug. You can ask the tumbling. That's why I stay dug. That's why I stay dug. Ask tumbling dice.
Peace, power, prosperity. Rob Black Storm, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a short live. If you are here, tap in. If you're new, my name is Rob Black Storm. I am your spiritual, esoteric, and occult guide. All right. Occult just means hidden culture. So do not be scared. This is going to be a brief live, y'all. Those of y'all who know me know I'll be saying that's a brief live and I'll be on here for 4 hours, but this is definitely going to be a brief live. If you are here, tap that like button. All right, hit that subscribe button. Ultra Instinct said nobody told you hip hop dead. Yeah, hip hop, it is the dying art form. As I won't say hip hop is dead, right? I think hip hop eventually in the next 20 to 50 years is going to go the way. Well, not 20. I would say probably a couple of generations, So I'd say probably like 3-4 generations. They're going to say Eminem was the greatest rapper of all time. They're going to say that, everybody had a hand in hip hop. Everybody in New York, from blacks, Spanish, white, everybody created hip hop as one. And they're just going to try to rewrite history, right? And hopefully, the goal for us is for that not to happen, right? For that future not to be created. But that is where it's going with hip hop. It's definitely I would say it's dying, but it's going to resurrect. It's going to resurrect because what's going to happen is the times are going to continue changing and people are going to continue changing. The youth are changing and they're going to reverse the polarity, so to speak. So I think there's going to be a battle for hip hop, though. I don't think it's going to be easy where it's just going to be, there's going to be a lot of people of different cultures trying to take hip hop and use it for their benefit. So I don't think hip hop is dead. There's a lot of great hip hop, but I do think it is dying, and we need to resurrect it. All right. So let us go into this. What's up, y'all? So we're gonna drop this. Not gonna be on here long. So let's just get into it. If I could. Sorry, I was late. The reason I was late, I had some technical difficulties. As you see, it's like the screen is kind of choppy. So I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we'll get through this smooth. And I know it's late, but hopefully we'll knock this out. So let us do this. Let me put on some music right here and some background music so it's not so dead. It's late. I want to put y'all to sleep. So let's do this real quick. And, all right, let's do this. Bear with me, guys. I wasn't prepared. This is live. I was like, yo, let me just do this. I said I was going to do it, but a whole bunch of things ended up happening. So I hope y'all can still, okay. So let's do this. All right. So peace to Ultra Instinct. Peace to Miss Eileen Sophia. All right. Thank y'all for tapping in. All right. So let's get it started and get it popping. So we have right now a situation where we are dealing with a high degree of solar flares, right? Now, you guys know, those guys have been following me, know I've been talking about solar flares since 2019 and the impact that it has on the planet. And what we're currently dealing with is a heavy influx of solar flare energy. Now, what is solar flare energy? From the corona or the outside of the sun is basically plasma, thermal plasma that's shot from the sun, and it rides on the waves of solar wind, right? And what it does, it impacts the planet. It affects radio transmissions. It affects GPS systems and different guidance systems, right? And it also produces auroras, which is what you will see here, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been feeling the energy, right? That's been happening. Actually, I gotta remove this music. It's doing something to me. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I was gonna go without the music. If y'all want the music, y'all could tell me. If not, I'm just gonna go without the music. But yeah, so we have these solar flares that are popping, right? That are going crazy right here. I'm gonna show you some things. When I was outside earlier, and it looked kind of crazy like this morning, and I'm going to show you a picture that I took of the particular place. But yeah, it was crazy. So this is so let's just read this real quick. Let me make sure y'all can see what I'm seeing. Okay. So hold on a second. All right. So let's do this. Okay, so yeah, y'all can see what I'm saying. All right. So it says a hole in the sun's atmosphere, right? A huge hole is open in the sun's atmosphere and it is directly facing Earth. Okay. So solar wind flowing from the hole will reach our planet December 4th or the 5th. It's actually, ladies and gentlemen, already here, right? And I'm going to show you proof later because I was up like 3:40 in the morning, came from the spot, and I'm looking, I'm like, yo, why is the sky so blue? Like it was blue. And I'm gonna show you a picture. I have proof. I come from the school of gods and earth, so we have to show and prove. I can't just tell you something, you know, and then there's no proof about the Palladians and all this crazy shit, and I don't have anything to prove, right? So the proof, I'll show you the proof. And it was like, wow, like this is really crazy. So we are electromagnetic beings. So when solar wind flows, right? Spirit means wind or breath, right? So when you have solar wind, or basically solar wind, right? This is energy that is designed to basically upgrade your DNA, right? Basically to bring light is energy. So with light being energy, what this is designed to do is designed to not only help you eradicate your not eradicate your past, but to help you uh face your past, right? Help you face your trauma, help you face the things you're going through, right? It's designed, this particular energy is designed for that, right? A lot of you should be or may be in a space where you are getting a lot of I want to say like things, memories from the past, memories from your childhood, memories from when you were a kid, memories, that just have been popping up in your subconscious. And maybe a lot of you guys have been running from it, right? You've been smoking, you've been drinking, you've been sexing, right? Whatever, consuming, buying things, right? And running from facing your past. But these DNA upgrades are going to force you to face your past. A lot of people are going to be going through a dark night of the soul during this time because of what's happening. And a dark night of the soul is basically just when you get real depressed, you wonder why you're here, problems are mounting, a lot of times this happens during a Saturn return in astrology. And when you're going through this dark night of the soul, right, everything just seems to be going down. You feel like you're cursed, you're hexed, like what's going on? Like, you just want to lay in the bed all day and things like that, right? So you might be going through that as well, right? Because everyone on the planet, and we're seeing that with all the celebrities, the Diddy situation, the dude from what's his name, Jimmy Iovine, Billy Idol, and all these other people that are getting, subpoenaed for these sexual assault cases, right? You see all these things that have been popping up. You see people getting caught for sex trafficking in the news, right? This government dude got caught for r-wording a woman, and all these things are coming out. People are getting exposed because we're all being forced to face our truth. So it says a cannonball CME struck Earth's, I'm on strong geomagnetic storm. A cannonball CME struck Earth's magnetic field on December 1st, sparking strong G3 class geomagnetic storm with auroras in both hemispheres. We witnessed an incredible show on the Canterbury coastline overlooking the Pacific Ocean. All right, so this is what it looked like, right? This is basically the electromagnetic spectrum. If you look, you can see the colors, the dark purples, that and the ultraviolet. These are representing the higher chakras, right? The crown chakra being ultraviolet, the third eye chakra being purple, and the throat chakra being blue. And you could even see the green right here at the bottom that is popping up for the heart chakra. So when you see the northern lights or something like this hitting the earth this vividly, what's up, great goodness goddess, hitting the earth this vividly, right? You're basically seeing that the earth, daughter earth, right, Gaia, wants you to wake up. It's trying to get you to rise up. Yes, Ultra Instinct. Well, not 5G, but 5D, right? Or the fifth dimension. And we're in the fifth dimension. And it's interesting that you said 5G. Whenever the frequency gets raised on these cell phones, before we went into the 5G towers where we are now, we were on 4G, right? We were on a 4G line. And now they implemented the 5G towers to implement a new frequency, right? Which is one of the reasons we had that disease, right? I'm not going to go into it, but the 2020 disease, 2021, so forth and so on, right? Because of the influx of new electromagnetic waves and electromagnetic frequencies in the environment. So we are actually in a fifth dimensional frequency right now. All right. And you could look whenever there is a change in radio waves or electromagnetic waves, which is what powers the radios and the Wi-Fi and things like that, and your cell phones. Whenever there's a change and they upgrade the frequency, there's always some sort of respiratory disease that follows. Why? Because that is where we are pumping our breath. That is where we're pumping our lungs. It was SARS. Then they had, back in the 1900s, they had their thing, right? And there's all the time these different respiratory diseases happening. So why am I saying this? If you don't have your boots to the ground, so to speak, if you are not a soldier in the army of the Lord, right, you don't know what the fuck is happening. You just have more energy. You might be an insomniac, right? You might be easily irritable, or you might be more argumentative. There's a positive and negative to everything. So even though this is a positive for us, right? Those of us that are in the know, those of us that are doing spiritual work, those of us that are meditating, right? Those of us that are healing our childhood traumas and going to face our past, right? And making amends with those that have wronged us, right? Those of us that are looking at our future and putting our future self or our now self, right, into the future by recreating ourselves in our imagination, because imagination is more important than intellect, right? So you want to tap into that imagination, and these are what these colors represent. All right, these colors represent those higher chakra frequencies. So these are DNA upgrades, right? These are designed to wake you up. It's designed to raise your vibration, so to speak. And this is what we're under. So if you're seeing people acting crazy or acting out, a lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are suicidal right now. You know, checking on your friends, even the strong ones. All right, checking on your family members, tap in with them, because they don't know what's going on. They don't know anything about solar flares or what it's really doing to the planet. And this is what's happening, right? This is what is going on the planet that you live on right now. This is the energy on the planet. And it's not only this, the solar flares, right, that are going to be hitting for the next 3 days. These next 3 days are crucial, family. Crucial for you to be tapping into your meditation. Crucial for you to be tapping into uh, visualizing again what 2024 is going to look like and beyond. What new moves that you're going to make, the new businesses that you're going to start to help your community or help your family, the new inventions you're going to create, the new constructs you're going to create, the new ideas, the new books, right? The new whatever, right? The new innovations that you are uniquely here to create and build on a planet. Now it is time to go in and figure out what that is and how that is going to play out in 2024. So you have a clear vision and a clear path, and you say, okay, this is the steps I'm going to take. And you have the energy now to power your vision. See, this is all about the internal. Even though it's external and you can see the colors are a frequency. The colors are a vibration, right? The colors are a tone. I broke that down last week when we were talking about the chakras, right? How bag fed C, right? For each particular chakra. Every color is a frequency and a tone. So right now, what you're looking at, these northern lights, you're actually looking at music, whether you know it or not, right? You're looking at sound. It's just in color, right? But every color has a frequency, it has a vibration. So when you see these solar flares hit, family, this is when you want to start going in, right? This is when if you're off your game, you want to make whatever sacrifices you need to make, whatever changes you need to make, so that you could get yourself prepared. Because again, everyone can't go. And there's also more things on the horizon that are going to shake people up in 2024, which we're going to get into. So like I said, I don't want this to be a forever video, but I just want to show you what this is looking like and show you what's actually happening on the earth right now. So not only is this happening, but there is also this sun goddess particle, all right? And we'll get into that right now, which is, as soon as it loads up. What's up, Portia? How you doing? Thank you for tapping in. Thank you guys for tapping in. I appreciate it. But yeah, it is go time. Like right now is go time. And the universe is supporting you right now. That's the good thing. Like the universe, if you ask your why questions, oh, peace, Dre. I appreciate that. No problem. No problem. No problem. Yeah, and you want to get that shadow. Actually, I have it right here. If you really want to get into the work, right? Shadow work workbook. Okay. Shadow work workbook. All right. This is what it looks like. You can get it off Amazon. And this is something that you want to tap into, family. If you're not gonna, of course you could do the traditional talk therapy, right? But it's oftentimes, talk therapy doesn't really work. And we see that all the time with people that's been going to therapy for years and still doing the same shit over and over. Oftentimes talk therapy doesn't work. So you want to tap into something where you could actually be hands-on, actually do work, right, for yourself instead of just talking, right? And exchanging ideas. You're actually writing. There's sections in the book where you can write out your childhood and your past and the tragedies and how you see things and actually do some work to really do shadow work, not shadow talk, right? Because that's what we're about over here. We're about working on becoming what we need to be. So let's go into, so I appreciate that, Dre. Let's go into what I was just talking about. So yeah, we have this high energy sun goddess particle opens possibilities for new physics, exciting scientists. Okay, so you see this illustration, and the interesting thing about this, fam, is when you see when I saw this particular article about this sun goddess, every picture, every from MSN to CNBC to everyone that was covering this particular sun goddess particle that's hitting the planet, all use this picture, right? And it says an illustration showing high streams of high energy particles streaking through Earth's atmosphere from the heavens. Okay, so this particle is called, they already had a particle called the God particle. I'm breaking this down so I don't read it. I have to read everything, right? And they're saying we have a right, but now we have a new particle in town. It's named the sun goddess particle, and it's fittingly extraordinary. Okay. So we're dealing with goddess energy. We're dealing with feminine energy. So whenever you're dealing with feminine energy, you're dealing with magnetism. All right. Magnetism on a higher level. And you're also dealing with the inner self, right? Womb energy, dark matter, dark energy, right? Primordial energy. That's feminine energy. So being that it is called the sun goddess particle, which is normally associated with masculine energy, right? Shows you that they are all associating this particular particle with high power, right? And it says it, right? We have a new particle in town. It's named the sun goddess particle. The particle has an energy level 1 million times greater than what could be generated in even humanity's most powerful particle accelerators. It appears to have fallen to Earth in a shower of other, less energetic particles, like the Oh My God particle. The Oh My God particle is a particle just like this particle, but it occurred in 1991, 32 years ago, I believe. My calculations are correct. And it says these bits come from faraway regions of space and are known as cosmic rays. All right. So we are universal beings. We're made of stardust, right? Yes, exactly. We are made of stardust, right? And this is going to be interesting. So yes, Eileen, perfect time for shadow work. Perfect time. And this is what we want to be doing, especially during this time, because we want to prepare ourselves for our next year, 2024, the 8 year, the build and destroy year, where again, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs, right? This is a 7 year. This is a year up. And it's fitting that at the end of, even though this is not technically the end of the year, right? The end of the year would be in March, right? When we're going into the spring equinox, right? And that's when the new year would occur. But the fiscal end of the year, right? So over the next couple of months, even past the new year, we're going to shadow work is going to be something, it's going to be a focus. And the reason being is it's going to be a lot of people, places, things, gossip, events that are going to be designed to take you off your path. Remember, you're a video game character, right? This is life is a video game. As the great poet Jizza from Wu-Tang Clan said, right? You're in a deadly video game with just one man. And you have an energy bar throughout the day, right? So that energy bar, just like when you're playing a video game, right? When you're walking through whatever, GTA or whatever, you have the option of what you're going to focus on, what you're going to do, what type of gameplay you're going to interact with, right? And how you're going to handle that particular day or that particular session in life, right? What you focus on is what you attract. What you focus on is what interacts with you, even people. When you are with people, when you talk to people, and this is scientific fact, right? You guys' DNA, okay, connects. When your guys' DNA also tightens. Whatever you focus on, there is an interact and there is an energy exchange. There's a circular energy exchange going on. There's no simple entertainment. Like people say, oh, I'm watching Love and Hip Hop. It's just entertainment. I'm watching fight videos. It's just entertainment. There's not, it's called entertainment. entertainment, right? ENTER. So that's showing you that it is affecting your soul in some way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not saying, don't watch entertainment or whatever. I watch entertainment. I watch sports, whatever, right? Play games, whatever. But if your entertainment, right? If you're doing too much entertainment and not enough inner training, right? And all you're doing is entertaining, but not enough inner training, that eventually that entertainment over time is going to overtake your soul, which is going to affect your spiritual output. Then when you have some sort of hardship, right? Or some sort of tragedy occur in your life, you don't have the spiritual energy, you don't have the spiritual tools, and you don't have the energetic resonance to handle it and rise above it, right? Because you've been engaged in fuckery. You've been engaged in just entertainment that you thought was harmless, but it is affecting your thoughts, it's affecting your body, it's affecting your psyche, it's affecting the way you treat others, it's affecting the way you interact in the world. I remember when I was dating somebody, she used to watch um she used to watch Lifetime every Sunday. Every Sunday she used to watch Lifetime movies. And we would argue every Sunday over some stupid shit, right? And I was like, and it took me a while. This is when I was younger, right? It took me a while, and I wasn't, as spiritually adept as I am now. And it took me a while to figure it out. And I was like, oh, it's because she's watching Lifetime every Sunday. So this is affecting how she's viewing me and her perspective. So whatever we focus on, it does have an effect. So just keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with entertainment. There's nothing wrong with fun, but it's how much you take in and what it consists of, right? Even if with your entertainment, you want to find things that are, how KRS once said, edutainment, right? Where things are entertaining, but you could also learn from. You could also get a jewel from. You could also get some wisdom from, right? If possible, right? Now, all entertainment's not like that, but if you can, that's ideal. And that's what we're looking at this time. We want to be able to maintain a high vibration, not just for the soundbite of high vibration, but high vibrations allows you to see beyond the physical. When you're saying the word high vibration, what you're really talking about is anything that's vibrating high is beyond the 3D physical realm, right? When something is vibrating high, it actually goes into darkness. It goes into the invisible. You cannot see it with the two eyes, right? So when you are vibrating high, you're actually interacting with the cosmos, with the darkness, with the ether, with the cosmos itself. So this particular energy that's on the planet, you are able to harness and use for your benefit, use for your thoughts, use for your ideas. And these things will manifest faster if you are going along with the current of nature. We are nature-based people. We are people that work with nature and live amongst nature and honor nature and create deities and gods based on nature. So we have to be in tune with these cycles, not to let them run us, but so that we could take advantage of the gift, right? It's like you're in a battlefield and there's a gun that's on the floor, right? And most people are running in the battlefield that are fighting with you, and they don't see the gun. But if you're able to see the gun, you have an advantage in the battle. And that's what tapping into these things, these solar flares and these energies are. It's you utilizing the gun for your benefit. So this I'm a terror. So it says, so going back to the article, it's saying like the oh my God particle, these bits come from faraway regions of space and are known as cosmic rays. The particle has been dubbed Amaterasu after Amaterasu Amakami, okay? The goddess of the sun and the universe in Japanese mythology, which means shining in heaven, okay? So whenever you see something like it says shining in heaven, right? The heavens or the the heavens is always going to be the mind, right? We're talking about the highest of the high. So the shining would be you having an open third eye where you could see into heaven, or you could see the heavens themselves. And the heavens would be your ancestors. The heavens would be goddess and gods and goddesses, right? The heavens could be astral travel, things like that. Your psychic abilities, right? These are the heavens of man. You having a high moral character, right? You being an honorable person. This is you shining in heaven, right? You having the things that you not only need, but you want. You being in abundance, right? This is you shining in heaven, because you can make earth heaven or hell. It's totally up to you. So this is what's happening in the planet. This is what's been popping, right? And of course, most people don't know this, and most people are getting this energy upgrades, and they're going to end up, fucking themselves up because they really don't know what's going on, and they're going to try to avoid and, you know, filibuster and drink, smoke, fuck, whatever to avoid it. Stay on the internet, right? Scroll social media like crazy, and we want to be the ones that are doing the work, planning our futures, uh, staying in the now, meditation, creating, positive thinking, right? Breath work, affirmative work, et cetera, because we have the energy to do so. And again, DNA is upgrading. So it is the time, and there's no way around it. You're either going to get with it or get gone. So just want to show y'all a little bit more about this particular goddess energy. And break this down a little more to show you. And it's interesting that this happened in Sagittarius season. And just let me show y'all why. Let me show y'all can see what I see. All right. Okay, so this ain't really this ain't gonna work for y'all. So okay. So this is the goddess, the sun goddess, okay? Amaterasu, okay? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Amaterasu, right? But it says the one who makes the heaven shine, okay? Heaven illuminating great deity, okay? Origin, Japan, classification, kami. When I saw kami, right, or our ancestors are called Cometian, right? Just to show you that we are everywhere. Melanated beings have been everywhere on the planet. It's no coincidences that, and their kami is like the Netaru or the Loa, right? It's their gods, right? The Japanese, the Shintos in particular, it's their gods. So they call them kamis, right? So again, just to show you the connection between us and the world itself, that we've always been here, always will be here. And you see these little nuggets if you know where to look. And again, this is part of the work to be able to identify signs and symbols, right? Amaterasu is the beautiful, radiant kami of the sun, but she is more than just the sun. She is a great goddess who provides for people and protects them. Okay. So it says Amaterasu was the first to cultivate rice. All right. Now, why is this important? Because rice is food, rice is nourishment, right? So they're saying that this particular sun goddess was the first to nourish, right? That's what food does. Food nourishes us, food makes us feel better. Food makes us feel satisfied. Food gives us energy, right? So this particular light that is hitting the earth is doing all the above at the same time, right? It's feeding us, but it's feeding our spirits, all right? So it says her grandson, Ninigi, right? Again, sounds like Nagi or Naga to me, eventually brought rice to earth from her celestial patty. She also invented and taught people the arts of weaving and cultivating silkworms. So again, so weaving and cultivating silkworms, you have to realize this is, pre-World War II God, pre-World War II worship. These are deities that go thousands of years old, that have been worshipped thousands of years old. So what this represents, this particular deity is just representing weaving, cultivating rice, silk, fabric. These are all abundance, And it says all our gifts are Amaterasu and appropriate offerings to bestow upon her. So it's just showing, like, if you're an entrepreneur, right? Or you want to be an entrepreneur, like, now's the time to start thinking of those ideas, thinking of those plans. Like, This is practical magic, right? Niggas could tell you about the Pleiades and what's going on in motherfucking Planet Risk and what's going on in motherfucking, this is the real. You want to talk about alien work? This is the real alien shit that's hit the planet. But it's not an alien that you have to be scared of. It's an alien where you could say, okay, this is something that I could work with the alien DNA that is within you, melanated being, okay? And even if you're not melanated, right? This is still energy that you could work with as long as you are a person that is doing the work and a person that is in tune. So it says the attributes are mirror, sword, and jewel, okay? Also bow and quiver of arrows. Now, bow and quiver of arrows, we are in what you call it, right? We're in Sagittarius season. So what does Sagittarius have? Sagittarius has a bow with an arrow and a quiver, right? So it's not a coincidence. It's only a confirmation that this energy is hitting right now in Sagittarius season. So again, if you've been thinking about your past a lot, I know I have been. If you've been having dark nights of the soul, right? If you've been like, what the hell is going on? Things are falling apart, right? It's time to really sit down in silence, go out in nature. If warm enough where you live, go out in nature. If not, even if it's not, right? Take a nature walk, go to a park, right? Go in silence. No music, no nothing, right? Sit in silence in your home, right? Go by your altar. Ask yourself questions. What can I do? What didn't I do? What thing can I do? What this can I do? And start asking yourself this, because the universe needs us. We are the vanguard, all right? Those of us that know this work, those of us that are studying this, we are the vanguard here on Earth. Everybody else is NPCs. So we can't depend on them to do it. And we can't keep complaining about the government, right? There's a level of apathy in the quote unquote conscious occult community where and I'm not going to say we overall are not taking care of our neighborhoods, things like that. And we can't just say, okay, well, fuck it, and we'll wait till we die and we're just going to leave the planet. No, we're here for a reason. And the reason obviously is to, become the best version of yourself and become the God that you know you could be. But it's also to spread love. It's also to spread light. It's also to be different than the masses. It's also to be somebody you could trust. It's also to be somebody that keeps their word. It's also to be somebody of nobility, of honor, right? And this is what this energy is putting. And when we could continue to become that more and more with these light code downloads, which are giving us information from the cosmos, from the gods, from our ancestors. And if we can harness that and put these things in motion and activation, now we are respectable people, right? We're people that don't need to depend on the government. We don't need to worry about the Illuminati or the secret societies. We don't need to worry about the Jesuits and what they're doing and, fearing the white man like he's a big boogeyman. And we could focus on what we need to do and what we need to create and now have the spiritual force and protection, right? Because when you are living a lifestyle that is in accordance with nature, this is when you become spiritually protected because you are in alignment, right? You don't see, if it wasn't for humanity, the animals would be okay, right? The animals don't need humanity. The animals don't need humanity. Why? Because the animals go according to the animal's nature. You're not going to see a squirrel act like a dog. You're not going to see a cat act like a monkey. It just doesn't happen because they go according to nature. Man is the only one that doesn't go according to nature. And because of that, man suffers, as we see here in the world. Okay? So, again, this is really, really, especially right before the winter solstice, okay? All the signs and symbols are here. When I saw this and I saw, bow and quiver of arrows, I was like, yo, and this is happening during Sagittarius season. I was like, oh, shit, this is crazy. So the planet is the sun, all right? And sacred sites, Japan in general, okay? And what I want to talk about this Japan thing is I just saw this weekend, I saw, great movie, Godzilla. Godzilla -1. If you like Godzilla and you're into those type of things, definitely that's the best Godzilla movie out. I never seen that's the best movie I've seen this year, action wise. Period. From the story to the cinematography, excellent, excellent, excellent movie. Godzilla -1. If you can, go see it in IMAX, right? And now this is talking about Japan, right? And this is where the movie was. It was about Japan and Tokyo in particular, right? After World War II. I'm not going to spoil the movie, but that's when, yep, Ultra Instinct -1, yep. And Godzilla is a representation of melanated beings as well. Or I don't want to even just say melanated beings, because we're at a time right now where race doesn't really matter. There's melanated beings out here that ain't doing shit, right? So it's not just about that at this point. Godzilla represents Kundalini energy rising, Chi energy rising, Ra energy rising, Cha energy rising, right? Represents the regeneration of shedding their skin, right? So the fact that that came out also during this time is another sign and symbol of the time that we're in, and it's really time to rise up and be the Godzillas that we are, all right? Let that energy rise up to 33 vertebrae on the back so we could tap into this Christ consciousness. And now is the time. So I just thought, again, more signs and symbols and the sacred days, right? July 17 and the winter solstice. So we know the winter solstice is coming up, right? Horse, tree cryptomeria, flower chrysanthemum, and the animal horse. So we know Sagittarius, right, is a centaur, but it has horse legs, right? So again, this particular goddess energy coming from where scientists don't know where, that just happened to hit the planet, and all these solar flares that are hitting the planet the next couple of days, right? This is the time where I'm telling you guys, I've been meditating like this weekend. I meditated like 3 times a day, and I've been getting a lot of downloads and a lot of great information and great things to implement, and just literally just asking myself questions, like not even going too deep, just asking myself questions, right? In my meditation and letting myself get the answers. All right. So now the rest is just up to me to implement them, which is what I'm doing. But the same thing should and could happen for you, to get to the next level in your life, wherever you want to go, and to tap into these spiritual, psychic abilities and these senses that you have and tap into your superpowers. So, yep, alchemy been the theme, correct. Alchemy is definitely the theme right now. And it's really time but big shadow work energy right now, like big, like I've been doing this for a little while now, and I haven't seen a season where shadow work has been so intense. That's why I know 2024 is going to be crazy, because it's really preparing us to be leaders. This is a time for real leaders, not people on the internet that are, not to say I'm obviously on the internet and on YouTube right now, right? But for people that are going to be leaders in the real world, right? Offline. That when shit hits the fan, when the this election year 2024, right, when things start to get a little crazy and there's all these deep fakes out here and all this, all these charlatans and these scammers, for you to say, no, don't do it like this, or I've been through this, look at it this way, or I learned this, you want to look at it that way, right? And we're not trying to save people, we're talking about people that we love, right? We're not this is not this level of occultism or mysticism. This is not missionary work. We're not here to save anybody, right? We're not here to save anybody. And in fact, you can't even save your children, believe it or not. You might want to, but you can't even save your children. All you could do is guide them. That's why when I come to y'all, I say I'm a guide. I'm not here to be nobody's guru, nobody's savior, nothing like that. I got my own children, you know what I'm saying? And I have my own life, Now we could be, we could work together, right? We could be as a family, as a community and things like that. Oh, thank you, Vanita. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And things like that. But you don't want to to think that, how am I going to say this? You don't want to put anyone down, nor do you want to lift anybody up, right? You want to have everyone on a balanced scale, right? And know that we're all essentially one, because we are all breathing the same air. We are all interconnected, but there are some of us that are doing things differently, right? And that's okay. Everyone can't be NPCs. Everyone can't be agents in the matrix. Somebody got to be Neos and Morpheuses and Trinities, right? And if you're watching content like this is what you're choosing to be. You're choosing to be a Neo, or Morpheus, and Trinity. This is not something that's on the mainstream news. They're not talking about solar flares hitting the planet and how to utilize this energy and how to tap in. They're not talking about goddess particle energy and how this is dealing with your inner self and raising your inner light, right? Because if it's a sun, but it's a goddess sun, it's not talking about external light. It's talking about inner light. And we see that with the arrows and the bow, right? And the horse, right? All these symbolisms tying to Sagittarius, which is the centaur on the horse, right? Which we'll get into soon. So I just wanted to show y'all that, and the Godzilla theme, right? With the Godzilla movie that's blowing up. I think that Godzilla movie is going to surprise people. It's going to make a lot more money than it's expected, because word of mouth is going crazy. And it's really a dope movie. I hope y'all get to check that, even just for rec, right? It ain't that deep to decode or nothing like that, but it's just a good movie to watch. All right. So hopefully this makes sense to everybody and you understand the times that you are in. And now's the time, to do the work. If you don't do the work, when next year comes and you all lost, you can only blame yourself. You can only blame yourself. So this is what I was talking about, y'all. 3:45 a.m. yesterday, I woke up and, well, yes, yesterday now, because it's after 12 here, but I woke up and this is what the sky looked like, right? On the left, this is what the sky looked like. Blue as hell. This is 3:45 a.m. When have you guys ever went outside at 3:45 a.m.? Wherever you live. I'm in New York City, right? Currently. But wherever you live, when have you ever went outside at 3:45 a.m. and saw the sky look blue like this? Never. Never. And if you have, put in the comments. I'd like to know. Because I was like, when I went out, I was like, wait, what time? I was looking at my watch. I'm like, what time did I come home? Like, it's bad bright, But this is the energy that we are in. So this is, again, that blue energy that we are in. And this is something that Andre 3000, believe it or not, set off with the whole panic thing with Pan playing the pan flute, right? I went into that last week. Y'all can check that video out. But this is the energy, right? Ultra Instinct said never. Yeah, I've never seen it either, right? I've never seen it either. And that's why I wrote the time on there. And in fact, when I wrote it, it's probably like 3 minutes off. So it's probably like 3:42, and whatever. But still, like, the sky's never blue. So this is the energy that's here, right? Safety, peace, purity, energy, spirituality. All right. So you want to tap into your spiritual superpowers? Now's the time. Go within. All right. Now go to your altars, get a white candle, right? Speak to your ancestors, okay? Because this is the energy. And also the blue flame, right? Also corresponds with Andre 3000 again, okay? If we see him, the new blue sun, all right? Shit, looks like the new blue sun to me. I don't, what I'm saying? It looks like the new blue sun to me. Again, I don't be capping to y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is what it was. And I don't know if I'll be up 3:45 a.m. tonight. I doubt it, but I'm interested to wake up this tomorrow morning and see what it's going to look like if the auroras are actually going to hit New York City. Like, I would love to see that and just, plant my dreams in the sky, so to speak, visualize and feel it and affirm all the great shit that's going to happen in 2024. You know, and that's how you got to look at it. Like, you got to be like, I'm excited when these things happen, because I know like this energy is so powerful, and so many people are going to be able to change and transform their lives, and it's going to feel miraculous. But it's not going to be miraculous. It's going to be because December 2023, you did the fucking work. You faced your fears. You uh healed your past trauma with your mama and your daddy, you know, and things that happened in your childhood. You uh cleansed yourself, you changed your diet, you started working out, you started moving, right? So that you could achieve this safety, this peace, this purity, this energy, and this spiritual power, right? And by you doing these type of things, right, and really right now, again, a lot of the work is really just imagination and meditation. I mean, definitely light up your altars for your ancestors, but it's really about going within. You know, it's really mostly about going within and studying and learning and being able to identify signs and symbols. The average person that saw this at 3:45 a.m. in New York did not see what I saw. They was just like, well, why is it a blue sky? Whoa, it's really blue, right? That's what I would have done 10, 15 years ago. Oh, wow, it's just crazy. And that's it. Not thought about it, you know? But I took my ass in the house and meditated immediately, you know? And I wasn't essentially 100% sober. But I see the sign and symbol, I act, right? So that's what it's about. So again, this is tapped into the Andre 3000 energy, New Blue Sun energy, okay? And what we were talking about, right? Frequency, right? That's what I was talking about earlier, frequency. The frequency of these particular colors, right? Of the northern lights and things like that. You know, these particular frequencies and these particular colors, right? And things like that. But this is the throat chakra energy, right? But the throat chakra energy is about what you are not only speaking about yourself, you speaking about others, your gossip, right? Is it light, right? Or are you tearing people down? Things like that, right? These are the things you want to look at. Are you a gossip, right? And you got to be honest with yourself, right? Because again, it's about becoming anew. It's about resurrection. And this is the time for you to be able to, a Godzilla style, shed some old skin and regenerate and become anew and be prepared for that winter solstice with a plan, with a vision that you're going to go into those 3 days of meditation, the winter solstice, those 3 days of fasting, hopefully, right? So that you could tap into that energy and that ability to plant seeds that will sprout in the spring of 2024. All right. And also, you see here, Andre is wearing turquoise. Look at his neck. He is wearing turquoise. So turquoise is going to be one of the gemstones you want to get. I actually have a turquoise on now, and I have been wearing it. Okay, this is again part of doing the fucking work. All right. So I'm wearing turquoise. All right, and this is what turquoise does. So turquoise is known to be an efficient healer and a protective stone that has been used for hundreds of years in ancient ceremonies. Turquoise can enhance your intuition and will allow your soul to express itself. It dispels negative energy and will help clear electromagnetic smog. Okay, so these are super dope things that you want to have, especially now, all right? Enhancing your intuition, you dealing with people out on the street and you want to know who's trying to scam you, who's trying to get over, who's trying to manipulate you, right? To be able to intuit and also intuit what you may need or what benefits or, you know, what gifts, et cetera, right? And allow, it says, enhances your intuition and allows your soul to express itself. So are you speaking your truth, right? Are you being honest when you meet somebody new that you like and you meet this new boo and you're dating? Are you being your true self? You know, are you being your true self with your friends, with your family? Or if are people that you are around allowing you to be your true self? And are you still hanging around people that don't accept you as your true self? So you're being fake so that you could have company. You're being fake so that you could have people around you. Or are you able to still be your true self around everyone? And, you know, those who accept it, and those who don't, you know? It dispels negative energy and will help clear electromagnetic smog, right? So we know we got Wi-Fi, um, cable boxes, cell phones, 4 or 5 laptops, smart watches, right? So again, this is a good stone for that. Turquoise is known to bring forth inner calm and help to balance the emotions and stabilize the mood, right? Which is something you need when you're going through crisis or you're going through dark nights of the soul or you're going through depression, okay? So if you're going through a depression or you're going through a time where you don't know where to go next or what's the next move, this is a crystal you want to tap into. This is a crystal you want to tap into. And again, the signs and symbols are there. There's no such thing as coincidence, only confirmation. So when I see these coincidences, I know that spirit is working. This is how spirit works. Spirit works in coincidences. Spirit works in deja vu. This is how you know these are the breadcrumbs, right? To see the so-called Wizard of Oz, right? These are the breadcrumbs that'll take you on your yellow brick road to whatever destination you want to go. But you got to be able to see them. So turquoise helps us to see that we are creators of our own luck. Okay. So the mantra, I clearly access and express my wisdom and truth. So what you could add to this as well, or what I would recommend, right? And these are things I'm doing. So I only share things that I'm doing that I see that's helping. You know, I'm not one of the YouTubers that's going to tell you some shit out of a book that I haven't tried. That's why I don't come on every single day or whatever, because I'm a scientist first and foremost. And you should be a scientist as well. You want to experiment and try things, You want to experiment and see, does this work? Does this not work? What way worked for me may not work for you. We're all individual people. We are all unique beings. So what works for me may not work for you and vice versa. But you only know if you try, right? And another thing you want to get is skull cap. Skull cap is used in the occult as well for spell work. It's a nerve soothing herb. A daily infusion of tea is option. So it's used as a tonic. It's used to relieve anxiety. It's used to decrease chronic stress, to induce sleep, right? To reduce menstrual tension, ladies' menstrual pain, right? If you're having like bad menstrual bleeding, you could take this. It'll help. Headache, even teething, and a tincture is helpful to have on hand in cases of anxiety, panic attack, shock, and trauma. So if you're a person who suffers from a lot of anxiety, or if you suffer from panic attacks, start drinking this tea every morning. But even if you're not, right, we're in the winter. There's less light on the planet. So this is something that you just want to put in your body. Even if you drink skull cap tea 3 times a week, twice a week, right? But get this tea in your body so that you could have this stress-free, peaceful life, right? When everybody's stressed, when everybody's worrying, you're looking at it from a Heru view, from a bird's eye view. You're looking at it top down, right? You're not in it because you're above the stress. And then you could see it clearly. When you're in it, right? And you're let's talk, like, for instance, the whole Puffy thing, right? And what Puffy's going through. When you are sitting here complaining and griping about Puffy and making a billion posts about Puffy and the celebrities, right? You're really just gossiping. Because A, they ain't do nothing to you personally. B, there's nothing you could do about it personally. And C, you're talking shit about something, again, that doesn't involve you at all. So it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of your energy bar during the day. I'm not saying you don't talk about it a little bit, right? I've talked about it with my friends or whatever, but there's some people that every day they got a post or they writing something about Puffy. And it's like, bro, like, what are you doing? Or what other things can you offer the community but Puffy and how he's getting caught and what 50 Cent said about him? This is what will lead you to stress. This is the entertainment where you don't realize it's stressing you out, but you are pumping cortisol. It is pumping fight or flight hormones in you because it is a thing where you're angry, you're upset. Why would he do that to all the women? Why is he doing that to why has he did that to the girls, right? Oh, he got all this money. He thinks I knew it, blah, blah, blah. And you're talking about this, but it's putting you, even me, he's just saying it, right? You could feel the tension. You could feel the energy of that type of conversation. And that's why you have to keep it to a minimum. Because if you, and especially if you're not taking herbs like this, now you done talked about Puffy on the phone and you done walked into Walmart, right? And the cashier got an attitude. Now you're not being God because he was just talking about Puffy. So she got an attitude, right? Because she done worked a 14-hour shift, got the babysitter there, right? Got to pay the babysitter, you know, wondering how she's going to make it through the month, right? So she's stressed out. You now, because you was talking about Puffy on your phone on the way to the line, now you and your homeboy or you and your girl, now you're going to trip on a poor lady that is at the register. Or you're going to trip on your mama, or you're going to trip on your friend. Or you're going to trip on your girl, you're going to trip on your husband, you're going to trip on your wife. And you don't even realize that it comes from Puffy. This is why you got to keep this energy, because everything that you interact with is an energy exchange. There's no such thing as just free entertainment that it doesn't affect you. It all affects you. All of it. So yes, so get that skull cap. I would highly recommend you getting that skull cap this season. This is what I channeled, and this is what I am bringing to y'all. All right. And this is what's happening. So on the left, you see there is a mysterious child pneumonia cases spike in parts of Europe as COVID-like surge continues in China. The surge in illness has been blamed on children contacting known viruses like the flu, rhinoviruses, the respiratory syncytial virus, and the adenovirus, okay, which they avoided during the 2 years of COVID. So look, they're saying this is a new type of pneumonia, right? Most of the people who died during the era of COVID, if you remember, were dying of pneumonia, all right? So this is why it's very important to be as stress-free as possible, to not be in depression, right? To get you some turquoise, right? Sacrifice that that eighth allowed, right? And get you go to Etsy and buy a crystal, you know, got a turquoise crystal from a recommended seller, you know, get you some skull cap. It's like $3, $4, $5, man. You can find online. Get you some skull cap tea and take these teas and be in a Zen mode when things go crazy. So you're not overindulged and you're focused on your shit. Most people die and have regrets because they're not focused on their shit. This is where the magic is, right? This is what the magic is. The magic is you focused on what you need to do for yourself. And then you could help your family. And then after that, you could help the world. But you're trying to help the world and all the victims all the victims in fucking Palestine and who puffed Tush and what celebrity did this with who and blah, blah, blah. You are wasting your energy. You are wasting your time. And we are at war. And the war is for your attention. Attention is the new currency. And if they could take your attention, guess what? It takes you away from your goals. It takes you away from becoming the God that you are and living as the God as you are and healing, especially. So this is the frequency that we're in, right? So we don't want to see anybody get sick. Who knows if it's going to come here? Who knows what's the next thing? But this is how it started before. Remember, the Rona started in China. And so I'm not spreading fear. I'm telling you, this is how you do it. Get some tea, right? You can get some soup. I don't have this here, but you could also get some soursop, right? Soursop tea. Things like that, right? Heal your body, right? Start to detox. Take laxatives and things like that, right? Prepare yourself, right? For the dreams and the goals that you want to have in 2024. Prepare your body, prepare your mind, prepare your spirit. And again, this is the Sagittarian energy. This is just corresponding with the blue flame symbolism and the Amaterasu, right? The horse right here, the horse energy, okay? The bow and the quiver. So you see that right here, Sagittarius, the bow and the quiver, and the horse, the centaur. Okay, Jupiter, the planet of abundance, ninth house, element fire. Okay, so you want to put heat in the body, right? You see pneumonia coming, so movement, right? Working out, dance, gym, yoga, right? These are the things you want to do during these times. Don't wait till January 1st, right? Start doing these things now, right? Start healing yourself now while the energy is here. While these planets are while these planets are popping, while this goddess energy is here, while this energy is here, like tap the fuck in, because this is the time. This is where I'm live now, right? I'm tired. I may not be articulating myself the best way, but I hope y'all really get what I'm saying, because I'm really trying to give y'all like a heads up of what's happening, because it's a great time right now if you know what you're looking at. So it says Sagittarius is an optimistic sign associated with expansion, idealism, religion, and philosophy. They are direct and forthright, good-natured, and affirmative in their outlook. They tend to speak with a blunt tongue, which can get them into trouble at times. Sagittarians display honesty, humor, and a strong moral nature. Okay. Now, we don't deal with morals on this side the way most people do, right? When you're dealing with the esoteric, but we do deal with high vibrations and low vibrations and universal law. Okay. So when we talk about morals, right, everybody knows there's a difference between, what is helping somebody and somebody taking advantage of somebody. We know somebody taking advantage of somebody is bad. We know somebody helping someone and not taking advantage of them is good, right? That's common sense, right? When we don't have to debate that. So we're not talking about morals that man sets up. We're talking about universal law, high frequencies, high vibrations, or low frequencies, low vibrations, things that help you ascend or things that help you descend. So this is where we are, family. And again, this next week is going to be interesting. They're going to be throwing a lot of distractions. You're going to see a lot of shit popping up. I almost guarantee it. It's going to be a crazy week, just because of all these solar flares, just because of the energy here. Probably some celebrity breakup or some big celebrity scandal, right? That's going to pop up to take the people off their mission. But talk about it, but don't get off your mission. Stay on your mission, whatever that is, right? Stay healing, stay tapped in, stay listening, tap into, get your silent moments where you're really reflective, get a notebook, write things down, have a plan, have a vision for 2024. Don't go into 2024 willy-nilly like, oh, that when the aliens come and, oh, when Goddess Oshun brushes my hair, or, oh, when Horus comes down and, no. This is about you becoming the best version of you, right? This is about you being direct, you coming into your superpowers, your super psychic abilities, and you doing what you need to do to get there. But the energy is here on the earth right now. It's saying, are you going to tap in? And that's all I got for y'all. Any questions about anything before I go? Any questions? Oh, Priest Empress Raguba. What's up, Fernanda? Straight Panther was good. All right. You can ask questions about anything, even if it's off topic. We don't have to. I just want to show you the signs of the times and to prepare you, because if next 2 weeks they talk about, oh, this pneumonia is worse, well, I already prepared you. You've been wearing your turquoise. You've been drinking your skull cap tea. He told you about soursop. I've been tapping into my meditations. I've been doing my shadow work. My vibration is high. This shit can't touch me. During COVID, I ain't catch nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shit can't touch me. In fact, one of the spells that I did during the whole Corona thing is I got a bottle of Corona and I wrote on that bottle of Corona, I wrote anti with a Corona bottle, Corona beer logo is, I wrote anti-Corona virus potion. And I let it sit on my altar for a while and I drank it warm. And that was the spell work that I did. So again, it's about using what you have and making everything is magic. Everything is magic. Everything is magical. Everything is spiritual. It's just what energy you put into it, what focus you put into it. Because again, whatever you interact with, when you interacting with me, right, our energies, even though I'm on the screen and I'm far away from you, you're in another state, maybe even another country, we are still exchanging energy just by you focusing on me and me focusing on y'all. All right, y'all. Kaleido Silver, yep, he is right. Kaleido Silver, yep, Kaleido Silver, Kaleido Copper. Let me see what I've been taking. I've been taking this too, throwing with my teas in the morning, weekday mornings. Shilajit. How's it? Shilajit. Yeah, Shilajit. See if y'all can see that. It's like a black, it's a real dark substance. It looks like melanin, to be honest. It's very, very black, but it's good for immune system function as well, right? And I haven't been sick. I haven't been sick all year, to be honest. Matter of fact, I haven't been sick the past couple of years, if I'm really, really, really honest. So that's one of the things I've been taking. What else? I'll say that for another video. Any other book recommendations at this time? Yep, yeah, exactly. Melanin in the Box. Yeah, that's what this is. So you could check this out. This stuff is good too. I recommend this. This is good. I got some other stuff I'll be taking, but this too, improve memory. But I'm gonna do a memory video, so I don't want to talk too much. I'm gonna do a memory video on some stuff that'll help enhance you and your children's memory if you have children. Any other book recommendations? It really depends on what you're looking for, Dre. A lot. What are you interested in, right? There's books on every subject, but what particular thing are you looking for, and what are you looking to achieve with it, right? And I can answer that question. I mean, it really depends on where you're on the path. I'm going to tell you, I'm usually reading like 3 or 4 books at a time. So I'll show you the books that I've been reading. Hold on. All right. So these 4 currently in rotation. Like I got a big library. So what I usually do is I just ask myself, like, I'll be like, Spirit, what y'all want me to read? And I'll just wait. I talk to my gut and I'll just wait. And I'll ask Spirit, what you want me to read? And it'll just come. But so this is a brother that was on my channel, Richard Bruce Wallace, but he goes by Patah Sar. He was on my channel a couple of weeks ago. You could check it out when we were talking about Kemetic symbolism. It's a good book, Cosmic Egg, aka the primeval germ. In this book, what he's talking about is, or what he's breaking down is cosmic background radiation or black body radiation, and how that's the source of the universe, right? So the word Ra is really ray or radiation, and that really is the source of all universal energy. And that's really what they call ether. That's what it is black body radiation, right? Or dark radiation. But this is a good book for that. Again, that's why I said it depends what you're looking for. What else? This is Hilton Hotima, The Mystery of Man. Very powerful, very, very powerful book. I'm actually almost finished this one. And I usually highlight, stuff, passages and shit for the next, my children or whatever might pick these up when I'm no longer in the physical frame. But It says, I'm just going to try to put, okay, it says electrons are the building blocks of the universe. The universe is composed of electrons, which are electronic spiritual substance, the first form that spirit assumes as matter. So that's a powerful statement, right? Basically it's saying that the electron, this is a great book overall, right? I don't even want to go into it. I'd rather y'all read it. The Mystery of Man by Hilton Otima. I didn't get this off Amazon. I got this off someone's table when I was at a Kemetic conference. So I can't tell y'all where to get it, but I'm sure if you look online, you can find it. Hilton Hotima has a lot of books, and they're all good. So anything by Hilton Hotima, you want to tap into. This is another one. When God was a woman. This is a good one too. And I don't read these like some books I read cover to cover, but not all of them. But this is a good one where it just talks about the different Sibyls and the different female goddesses, and when the Aryans came to the Dravidians in India, the Black Dravidians, and how they basically erased the mother goddess energy and replaced it with men. Very interesting, very interesting. And this is what's really happening now, the science of the sacred secretion. All right, I'll be talking about this when we get closer to Christmas, right? The Christos oil that goes up the spine during the winter solstice, and the claustrum, which is the crown chakra. And yeah, that's so. Let me see if you put what you will, anything. Okay, yeah, so that's what I got for you, Dre. That's what I got for you. Portia said, I'm reading Thick Black Face Heart. Okay, I gotta check that out. I don't know. Okay, I gotta check that out. Said the movie Wish. Oh, okay. Is the movie Wish dope? I gotta check that out. Is it okay? Movie Wish. I'm gonna check Movie Wish out. I'm gonna check that out. See if that's on the streaming site. I might watch that now, actually. If it's on my little bootleg joint, I'm gonna watch that right now. All right, family. It's late here. It's almost 1 a.m. I gotta wake up and make the donuts. Peace, power, and prosperity. Rob Blackstorm. If you're looking for a consultation, if you need to know where you're going, what's going on, you have problems, complications, you're looking for a plan, where's the next direction, where you'll feel lost, etc., etc. Like, I'm tired. Hit me up for a consultation, right? I'll help you with not just a reading, but human design. I'll look at your chart, right? Really figure out the best possible path for you, or what you need to do uniquely. And we'll have a consultation. It'll be an hour. Be $88, but it'll be worth it. At least you'll have a blueprint on where to go next for 2024, and you'll be able to have a one-on-one with me when I'm much more lucid and not as tired. All right. I appreciate y'all for tapping in and listening to me, and hopefully this helps y'all the next week and throughout the month. And so that, you could be the best versions of yourself. And not only that, be the most magical motherfucker you could be walking, right? Without tools, with nothing. Just your aura is magic. And with that said, peace, power, and prosperity. Rob Blackstorm. Love y'all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Peace.